Good evening, sir. My name is Sobia Sayed, and I will be presenting on the topic Cultural Considerations in Group Work Practices and Their Implications. Group work is when two or more people come together to achieve a common goal. But, as we have probably noticed, people come from different cultures, which can affect how we communicate, work together, and understand each other. This session will explore how we can make group work successful when we have people from different backgrounds working together. Let's start with the basics. Group work. Imagine a group of people all working together to achieve something, like solving a problem or completing a project. It is a little like being on a sports team. Everyone brings their own skills and together they make progress. However, when you have people from different cultures in a group, things can get tricky. Cultures influence how we communicate and work together. For example, some people might prefer group decisions while others might want to be more independent. There is a helpful model called Tuckman Stages of Group Development that explains how groups form and grow. These stages are forming, where people get to know each other, storming, where conflicts happen, norming, where they find their rhythm, and performing, where they work well together. Cultural diversity can impact these stages, and we can explore that in the coming slide. Let's dive into cultural diversity. Cultural diversity means that people in a group come from different backgrounds, ethnicities, and ways of life. This affects how they communicate and what they value. For instance, in some cultures, making eye contact is a sign of confidence, but in other cultures, it can be seen as rude or confrontational. Things as simple as body language, how we talk, or how we think is respectful can vary between cultures. So, in group work, understanding these differences is a key to making everyone feel comfortable and to make sure the group works smoothly. So, how do we make sure cultural diversity in group work is a strength rather than a challenge? This is where the group facilitator comes in. A facilitator is like a team coach. Their job is to help everyone work together effectively, and they play an especially important role in diverse groups. A good facilitator promotes inclusivity, meaning they make sure every voice is heard, regardless of culture. They also work on adapting their methods to suit the group. For instance, some cultures prefer decisions to be made as a group, while others may prefer more individual responsibility. A facilitator needs to be aware of these preferences and adjust how they manage the group accordingly. Cultural diversity can bring challenges. One big challenge is communication. Imagine a group where some people speak English as a second language or come from cultures where they communicate differently. Misunderstandings can happen quickly. Another issue is power dynamics. Sometimes people from certain cultural backgrounds might feel less comfortable speaking up or might feel that their voice does not carry as much weight. This can create imbalances in the group, leading to some members feeling left out or ignored. Nonverbal communication, like body language, can also be misinterpreted. For example, in some cultures, nodding your head means you understand, while in others, it is just a sign of politeness. These small differences can create confusion in group settings. So, how do we overcome these challenges? The key is to adapt group work practices to the cultural backgrounds of the group members. For example, if you know that people from certain cultures prefer working in groups, you can adjust your activities to be more group focused. If other members prefer individual tasks, you can balance between both approaches. Facilitators can also use culturally responsive assessment tools, understand not only each individual's needs but also their cultural context. This way, you can tailor group activities to respect those cultural differences and ensure everyone feels included. Let me give you a real life example of how this works in practice. In one case, a group of immigrant women was brought together to share their experiences. The group had members from different cultural backgrounds, including people from collectivist cultures, where working together as a group is highly valued. Others came from individualistic cultures, where personal achievement was emphasized. Here, the facilitator used hybrid approach, allowing group decisions but also providing space for individual contributions. By doing this, the group members felt comfortable and were able to share their experiences openly, resulting in a strong bond and successful collaboration. Here is another example. In a group of teenagers from different cultural backgrounds, there was a conflict because of misunderstandings about personal space and direct communication. The facilitator noticed this and brought the group together to talk openly about their cultural differences. By encouraging them to share how they are used to communicating, the group members learned to understand and respect each other's boundaries. This not only resolved the conflict but also helped the group to become stronger. These examples show that by adapting to the group's cultural needs, we can turn diversity from a challenge into an opportunity for learning and growth. So, to wrap things up, cultural considerations in group work are essential. Diversity can bring unique perspectives and enrich group outcomes, but it also requires careful management to avoid misunderstandings. The role of the facilitator is key in this, making sure that everyone's voice is heard and cultural differences are respected. By embracing these differences and adapting group work practices, we can create groups that are not only more inclusive but also more effective. In today's global society, understanding and respecting cultural diversity in group settings isn't just a good idea, it is a necessity. Thank you.